Well, a very good morning to everybody. It's the first video since I've been back from the Paul Bunyan show, and I'm sure you've seen on all the other YouTube channels that how great of a time we all had. It's been very well documented across YouTube, but I just wanted to say real quick how wonderful of a time that I had. I mean, just meeting all the people there, seeing all the equipment, it was absolutely a great time. I will definitely be back, and it's probably the most fun I've had in quite a while. So thank you to everybody that came up and spoke to me, to the people that I met, to the people who watched the live streams while we were there, and it was a really great time. But anyway, today we're going to get the saws out and start bucking. I've got 4 or 5 dump trailer loads here of logs that I've brought in over the past few weeks, and it's time to get moving on that. I've been really focused on deliveries and haven't done a whole lot of processing, so it's time to kind of shift gears and get back into that. Something happened to me not long after I arrived at the Paul Bunyan show at the hotel that absolutely blew me away, and I'm going to explain that to you here coming up, so stick around. All right, everybody, here we are in Cambridge, Ohio, and we're at the Fairfield Inn where all the Woodhounds are gathering tonight for the Friday night live stream on the Back 40 Firewood channel. And my buddy here, Ben, just showed up, and he's all geared up in his Firewood at the Furnace apparel, which is absolutely awesome. And he's walking me out to the parking lot right now because he's got a gift for me. So let's find out what it is. So he had emailed me a couple weeks ago and told me that this was going to happen, and I have no idea why, but Ben is gifting me a brand new Steel 500i chainsaw, and he upgraded the bar, said that he put the warranty in my name, and while he's here on camera, before he actually officially turns this over to me, I guess, I would just like to know why. Because I'm absolutely, truly humbled and overwhelmed by somebody that would do something like this for me.
I give you this because there's nobody can make better use of it than you. And everybody will enjoy seeing this. You can make some firewood, make some people happy.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, and I'm going to stop the video to get my hands on this thing, and I have indeed made a great new friend. And I'm glad to finally meet him in person because we've been in communication for quite a while now on the live streams and through email, and it's great to finally meet him. So more to come. Friends, let me ask you a question. How do you express your gratitude, and how do you thank someone when they do something out of the blue like this for you? I had never met him in person before. He's been following the channel since early on, and he emails me, on a regular basis. He comments on my videos. He, he's on the live streams, and he's no different than anyone else that I communicate with through this YouTube adventure. I try my best to respond to every comment. If somebody has a question, I do my best to answer it for them, and if I can't answer it, I will do the research and try to gather information to help them out. It's just what I'm doing, and I'm not doing it for anything in return. This whole YouTube adventure for me has been mentally, psychologically, physically helpful for me, just by you all communicating back and forth with me. So this right here, I don't have the words to explain why someone would do this, but it gives me a renewed sense of faith in mankind, because we're all in different situations. We all have different abilities. We all have different talents. We all have different financial situations. So whatever your situation is, if you can use that ability or talent or whatever to help somebody out that you think might be in need, I just think it's the most wonderful thing a person can do for somebody. It reminds me of the Christmas song, The Little Drummer Boy. He didn't have much to give, but he gave what he had, and I try to do the same thing. And if we all did that, I think the world would be a better place. But I just want to say, I know you're watching this video, Ben. I'm truly thankful and honored, and I will take great care of this saw. And today you're going to get to see it run. I've ran it through a couple of heat cycles already, but we're going to put it in some wood today. All right, so the plan today is to buck up this load of oak and locust that we brought in. I want to get this load of maple done. We've got 2 loads of ash back here, actually 2.5 loads of ash, and then all the way back there is still that walnut laying there. So I don't know how much we're going to get done. We're going to be using the greatest saw in the world, as far as I'm concerned, and we'll see what we can get done. All right, here we go with the very first cut. So I just got really lucky, like really lucky. I rolled this last log over that I was cutting on, and right in between my 2 cuts is that. Goodness gracious, I'm glad I didn't run into that. So I'll keep my eyes open a little extra than normal here now, and thank my lucky stars that I didn't run into that there. But anyway, the saw's running really good, as expected. Now, I know a lot of you are probably saying that 32-inch bar is way too much bar for what I'm doing. And you're right. But having that 32-inch bar is definitely going to be helpful when I get into some of the bigger stuff that comes into here. But I was able to find a 25-inch light bar at my local dealer. They actually called me the other day and told me they had just one in stock. So I stopped what I was doing and ran up there and grabbed it. So I will probably eventually change the bar over to 25-inch based on what's laying here right now. But it will certainly be nice to have the option to switch out to the longer bar if need be. So we've just about got half, maybe a little more than, more than half of this load bucked up. I'm going to finish this. We're going to start on the maple. We're going to finish the maple, and then maybe start on the ash. And just like that, that load of oak and locust is pretty much done. There's some chunks and some shorts and some crotches that I threw off to the side over here. But there's the pile over here on the side is all locust, and everything back there is oak. So that's all bucked up and staged, ready for the splitter to be parked next to it and start processing that. But like I told you earlier, I want to get this maple done as well. And one of the reasons I want to get this maple done is because you can see right there, it's blocking my path down between this row. And I've still got some wood down there to sell, and there's some wood still over here. Now all the wood that's here that's ready to go is already ordered and or sold. So there's nothing left to sell at this point in time. Sold out quickly. 41 full cord of wood is going to be out of here. But we've had some rain. A couple weeks ago we had the rain come up through, the remnants from Hurricane Ian, and then we've had a few days of rain here in between, so some of my customers have just asked to push back their delivery a little bit. But pretty much all this wood's going to be out of here. I think there's about four full cord of wood that's not ready to go, that I will not be selling, that's going to sit here till next year. It's mostly oak, but I do want to get this pathway opened up so I can get my truck and trailer down in through there. So let's get going on the maple. Well, that is that. There's the load of oak and locust, and there's where all the maple was. It's all cleaned up. We've got the maple stacked up right here, staged and ready to be split. And then we've got all this oak here, and a little bit of locust over here. So since we've got that done, and it's not too late in the day, just after lunchtime, we may as well go ahead and work on some of this ash. There's about a half a load laying right here that's kind of sticking out. There's 2 loads back there, but I think I'll go ahead and knock this last little bit of ash out that's kind of sticking out here on the road, on the path down between the rows, and get that stacked. So I've ran about 3 tanks of fuel through the 500 so far today. I think the chain is probably about due for a touch-up. 3 tanks of fuel. I did let it cool down in between. I didn't run it obviously straight. I gave it a few breaks, go through some more heat cycles. But just about 3 tanks of fuel so far through the saw. And since the chain is it is due for a touch-up, I think I'll go ahead and switch over to the 25-inch light bar and give that a go. I got a brand new chain for that, so see how it runs with that. These are getting really hard to find around me. I know some of you guys that I was talking to at the Paul Bunyan show said that you can find them still. But my dealer was lucky enough to call me when he got one in, and he only got one, so I got it. But anyway, we'll put this chain. This is the steel yellow chain. Obviously, it's a little more aggressive than the green chain. We'll put this on and see how it goes. that's one more thing that's done. So that half a load of ash there, a little more than half a load of ash, is now bucked up. We got it stacked right over there. Took me 16 minutes to buck that up. That's all it took. Noticeable difference on the saw with the shorter bar. Definitely you could tell it was cutting faster. RPMs I'm sure were greater. But that's a pretty good day's work, I'd say. We've got locust. I don't get a whole lot of locust, but when it comes in, I try to get it processed right away because it takes forever to dry as well. So a little bit of locust there, good bit of oak, nice little pile of maple there, and of course we've got the ash pile started, and I started stacking the rounds over here because all of this here is all ash. So it'll be close by to stage it for splitting. All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for today. I think we got a good bit of work done here. I want to thank Ben once again for that absolutely amazing gift. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm truly honored, and that saw will get a lot of use here in the yard. Thank you to all of you watching the videos. You all are what keep me going with this channel. The interaction is just always welcome. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. We're going to get going on that conveyor here soon. I know some of you have been asking about the conveyor. It's just a bad time of the year trying to get orders out and get new wood processed to get on the racks drying and seasoning for next year. But we will be getting to that soon. So thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time.